What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a Tuesday edition of 30 NSG. On today's show, we're going to be going over game trailers. We're going to be doing game trailers this morning. I haven't seen any of these game trailers. I went on to YouTube this morning and saw that IGN had a bunch of stuff. I think NetEase had a lot of trailers, so a lot of these games that we're going to be looking at are going to be mobile games slash PC games and whatnot. So we are going to take a look at a majority of these things and see, what they are. If they're something you're interested in, if it's something you're not interested in. We're leading up into the summer of new games, game trailers, I should say, leading up to the PlayStation event tomorrow, going into on June the Xbox event, and then all the indie games coming out. So this video will not be monetized. So. Because I'll get hit with copyright claims left and right showing these things. So, what's going on, Dave Rodriguez? What's going on, Stealth? So, let's start with the first trailer here, which is a game that I knew about. We talked about for a brief minute, like a speed bump, okay? Which is Lost Light. Okay, Lost Light. We're going to put it in this, so if they do hit me with it, or if I can do monetization later, we'll see. All right, so let's see if this what this game is.
Extensive experience in the battlefield, Shane.
It's more like a Call
I'm
of
sure
Duty.
you know how
It's been out for a bit.
captivating combat
Came out
can be in
August
gaming.
of 2022.
Of course, yeah. I love skill-based competitive games like shooters. I find it very addicting, and so do a lot of people.
So how about we?
A lot of people, huh? Hold on. A lot of people. Let's see. Let's go to the light loss Steam charts here. Oh, yeah. A lot of people. All-time peak, 4,775 people. Lots of people. Lots of people are on this game.
Join Lost Light's Firefly Task Force in the lockdown zone.
Shut up.
Trust me, this one is ultra-competitive shooter you won't be able to put down.
Wow. Lost Light, I know this game well. It's a post-apocalyptic survival shooter that requires you to select your loadout before entering the battlefield. And as
This is like, okay, here's what I don't like already. Here's what I don't like about already. All these games are all trying to copy the PUBG, Tarkov, Vigor. Well, PUBG is a battle royale, but Vigor, Call of Duty's gotten the DMZ, Division had a DMZ. All of these extraction type games. This just looks like another one, like a dime a dozen here.
As long as you escape the lockdown zone in time, you can win without killing a single enemy. And you get to keep all the weapons and equipment you find during the match, which is pretty nice, including those obtained from defeating other players.
Oh, the development team told us that the major difference between Lost Light and other similar games is that it provides players with an immersive experience which is not achieved through hardcore gameplay.
Wow.
Now,
Yeah, it's
this
just Dark Zone.
game is enjoyable
Dime a
even
dozen,
for people with
but they
no
only spend a nickel.
experience in
Right.
shooters. Now, let's check out the gameplay video and feel the charm of Lost Light. The video also includes gift codes, especially
You're not showing
prepared.
us anything here. Show us the game.
Lost Light is a first-person tactical shooter game that adds survival elements to traditional FPS combat.
Can we please? It doesn't cost a lot to get good audio and a good camera. I literally have a $69 web camera and a $100 microphone, and it's a better experience.
Requiring you to prepare various strategies before entering battle. You can play solo or team up with others, fight in high-risk, high-reward areas, or gradually pave your way by gathering.
This right now doesn't look. This is mobile. That's why it's
It all
mobile.
depends on your mood and style.
That was mobile gameplay, was it not?
In the new season, Fireflies discovered take data of smart creatures and combat models in Kaido. With smart pets, Fireflies can now store items in the pet's backpack, so they can bring your most valuable supplies back safely. They can also retrieve the items from the
Your pets can
exclusion zone
retrieve.
if something
Okay.
happened to you. Feel free to interact with your pet and don't
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of an extracting game? And correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't really play a lot of extracting games, right? So we've made an extracting game, and then we have pets that can help you collect your stuff, because he says just in case something happened to you. They can also retrieve the items lost from the exclusion zone if something happened to you. Doesn't that just take away from like what the game is?
exclusion zone if something happened to you. Feel free to interact
Doesn't that just fundamentally just say, yeah, you're just playing this game and just buy
with your
microtransactions?
pet, and don't worry, they won't bite you. Use the tactical glasses with functions like live detection and danger alert. It will help you to detect enemies in advance. Upgrade them with over than 10 enhancement chips
I have to say, this has got to be mobile because of the way the setup is. And two, their aim is absolute trash.
for customization. Get a better combat experience for yourself. The new weapon skin customization. Give your favorite weapon a unique design with over than 10,000 spray combinations. We continuously seek to improve your experience, guys, so recently we lowered the prices and increased the drop rates of weapons and parts. Therefore, players may find more gear on the battleground. No matter what your strategies, you'll find your way to get what you need in the exclusion zone. Last
Gaming looks fantastic,
but
doesn't
not
it, in the
least,
future?
new players of Lost Flights, Exclusion Zone, or experienced ones who have been away for a while, we welcome you all to Kaido, a futuristic city. You will definitely like it. Join our community for more info, and remember, prepare your combat.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I guarantee you there's more people playing on Google Play or the App Store than there is on Steam. We looked it up on Steam, and Steam has peak 4,000, right? Peak 4,000. Look at this. And all the footage they showed, footage they showed was, yeah, players right now, 2,800, 4,700. They are making their money and stuff from microtransactions. I don't like where gaming's going there. You know, it's funny because before I was so addicted to gaming that I was like, man, it'd be great if we had the games on the console on mobile devices. And now we have games on mobile devices, but they're really just a shell of what games were. 3 colors available at launch, 9,997 colors available through microtransactions. So that is Lost Light. Next one. This is a Harry Potter game, I think. This is called Harry Potter, A Magic Awakened. Again, remember, these are mobile games. Majority. The style of the art reminds me of like Nightmare Before Christmas type of stuff. Let me lower this a little bit. Got Common Room, Hagrid's Hut. Final graphics and features are still subject to change. Forbidden Forest Adventure. Level 10. Point and click here.
Looks like you could use
Why is it like
I won't let you fight alone.
why are they like emo kids?
detonate.
Oh, okay. I would play this for about -3 seconds.
A Pocono. Look at the mess you made.
Here's
Incendio.
Dueling Queen. Watch out. Dueling Club. That means there's microtransactions so you can see your outfits. That's why there's a Dueling Club.
Fire crabs.
I'm sorry, did he just say fire crab? Those are brutal.
Watch this.
Whiz bangs.
Beam fire. Doesn't even fall.
Come on, Super Dave.
Atmosphere tone.
I can do it with my eyes closed.
Got a bat. Customize outfits. It's a weird art style. Yeah, fire crab is big, Madbo. Look at all the I don't know if you can see it, guys. Look at these tickets and rubies and whatever this is and this coin. Lots of currencies. We all know what that means. Again, we know these are mobile. We know these are mobile games. A healthy crab can leap 3 feet. This is Harry Potter Magic Awakened. This is from the NetEase thing that was on the other day. Well, these are lots of mobile games, Mo. Make sure you guys hit that like button. This video cannot be monetized because of all the trailers that I have on it. We'll get hit for sure. Oh, look, guys. Look. If you pre-register, you can get 1 collaboration gift, 100,000 pre-registration NIMS 2,000 times 1, 300,000 pre-registrations, silver key, 800,000 pre-registrations, 1.5 pre-registrations, and 2 million pre-registrations. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Registration, gift code, redemption period within 2 weeks after game release. How to claim, enter the game selection options and redeem code. Mo says, I think I'm liking Diablo Immortal. That's because you're waiting for Diablo. Hence why they released Diablo Immortal ahead of time. There you go. That is the Harry Potter Magic Awakened. It's on Apple and Google Play. You can sign up now. And look, guys. Look how easy it was. They almost already have the 2 million pre-registered, and they're going for 5. Amazing. All right, next one. We have F123. This is not a mobile game. This is an actual trailer for an actual game on an actual console and PC, I think.
You have got to drive the car you're in.
You're lecturing me. Get lost. Welcome back to the F123 Deep Dive series. Today we have information on 2 areas of the game. First up, Breaking Point is back. The thrilling story mode returns with a fresh chapter.
Horseman's ears are ringing. He's like, I think someone somewhere on the internet said Diablo. Must be 3.
Featuring new faces, new rivalries, and more drama.
Are you joking?
Breaking Point 2 spans the 2022 and 2023 F1 seasons and focuses on a new fictional team, Connor Sport. Connor Sport's drivers are old rivals, Aiden Jackson and Devon Butler. But their seats may not be...
That looked like Tom Holland, didn't it? That looked like Tom Holland. Hold on a second.
...safe for long. Aiden Jackson and Devon Butler.
Devon Butler looks like Tom Holland. This Spider-Man?
But their seats may not be safe for long, with new prospect Callie Mayer dominating the Formula 2 season. The writing team collaborated with 3-time W Series world champion and Williams F1 development driver Jamie Chadwick to bring Callie's story to life.
I have not, Kylo. I have not.
Being very much focused on.
I didn't even know it existed until you said it right then and there.
Breaking Point 2 cinematic cutscenes
Another multiverse. He's a driver instead of Spider-Man. That's right.
With major visual upgrades.
What's the point? It's just Devon being Devon.
Using DI4D technology and machine learning, the characters feel more realistic than ever before. As you move through the story, your performance and reputation will change based on your actions on and off the track. You will earn rewards for completing the mode with a certain amount of performance and reputation. Your press responses and management decisions can trigger different bonus objectives, and completing or failing those objectives.
Here's what I'll say, boss. I've never played an F1 racing game before, but I give them props, right? I give them props for putting story-based elements, like it's a different game mode, so there's like a campaign type of thing, and then there's that, you know, your career mode where you're racing and winning stuff. They're like, what can we add to this, right? There's drama and stuff inside racing and whatnot, so I'm okay with this. I think it just adds more to the game, right? So if you're paying $70 now and you get a story single-player mode, you get the career mode, you get the multiplayer mode type stuff, I think that's okay.
Can affect how a certain storyline plays out. Progress in Breaking Point 2 still earns you Podium Pass XP, and as a pre-order bonus, some of the Breaking Point characters are available as driver icons in My Team. Play the mode from launch to help Callie and Connor Sport make history by battling the big names in Formula 1.
That's cool, Kylo, if they're adding to it, you know?
In F123, we're also introducing F1 World, which is
It would be interesting, Kylo. Now you're going to have to tell me. So was last year, 2022, is it the first year they added, like, story elements to the game, to F1? It would be interesting if the sequel to F1 22 was 23, and they did continue it. So, like, you played that season story last year, and now, based on what you did, if you finished first place, second place, third place, if you had some rivalry going on, if you came into F1 23 and it carried over, sort of like a Mass Effect 1 to 2 to 2 to 3 type of thing. The main character and those rival look the same. And yes, last year was the first one. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. If that's what they've done, where they added, like, whatever happened in the first game can carry over to the second game, that's interesting.
a new hub for a variety of daily, weekly, and ever-changing seasonal content. Complete challenges, compete online, and play events updated throughout the season to increase your tech level and earn upgrades. As your tech level increases, so does your car's performance, and you get the ability to compete in more challenging events. Play the solo series to enter a range of competitive events.
Hold on one second. We had,
designed to take. Play the solo series to enter a range of competitive.
Okay, series, solo multiplayer events, ranked player. Okay.
competitive events designed to take you on a single-player journey through a variety of modes and tracks. Improve your driving skills, master different circuits, and race in a variety of different cars. Or check out solo and multiplayer events, which include a range of daily, weekly, and seasonal events for both solo players and
cool, Kylo.
multiplayer fans
That's cool
alike.
to do that.
From multiplayer Grand Prix races to time trial challenges, there's something here for everyone, with updated content drops that align with the real-world F1 schedule. Apply upgrades you've earned to your F1 World car to make it faster and more powerful. Upgrades in F1 World are split into two categories: car parts, like brakes and gearboxes, and team member upgrades. Team member upgrades include team principal, strategist, R&D
It does,
team,
DJ.
and sponsors.
We played a game last night or yesterday morning called Wreckfest that was out years and years ago. And the graphics there were phenomenal. And I had a lot of fun with that game. If you guys don't know what Wreckfest is, like if you get it for cheap or you can get it if you have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass, phenomenal. Because I played that game and because I've been playing a lot of other racing games recently, I might check out last year's F1 22 because why? That's right, it's on Game Pass.
These can also have contracts assigned to them that award bonus.
Or I think F1's on Game Pass, is it not? There is an F1 game, but I don't know if it's the other one of this.
Gameplay mods. As you complete challenges and raise your tech level on your
Appreciate it,
F1
Travis.
World journey, commemorate your progress with a new compendium. It's your virtual sticker album that celebrates everything
Oh, I always want a virtual sticker album. Gotta have that virtual sticker album.
to do with Formula One, past and present. F1 World's new engineering system allows you to use resources to complete blueprints and craft various upgrades, contracts, compendium stickers, and more. Within F1 World, you can also compete in F1 23 Esports Series and the revamped ranked multiplayer mode with a new division-based
I can't use my wheel on the
ranking
Xbox,
system.
though.
Compete
Can
in
I-
ranks over the course
Can I
of the
play
week to earn
that
points
game
and
through
climb
the
group's
computer, through
leaderboard.
Game Pass with my steering wheel? I don't know.
At the end of the week, players at the top of the leaderboard get promoted to higher divisions, all the way up to the Elite Division. This is no longer a group, but a global leaderboard of the best ranked players in the world. Players in higher divisions earn a Podium Pass XP bonus that's in effect throughout F1 23, which, in conjunction with the new goal system, gives players
There's a lot to this game. There's a lot. If you're a racing fan, there's a lot to this game.
many opportunities to speed up their Podium Pass progression and
Horseman says both F1, 21, 22 are on EA Play. Nice.
earn great rewards. With F1 World in F1 23, you can truly pick and choose how you want to play and progress. And along with the new chapter for Breaking Point, we can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself.
Out June 16th. Okay. Next trailer is Star Trek Resurgence. That F1 game looks good. Looks good. I mean, I'm not going to buy the new one. There's only a couple games I buy a year, and I've already bought 3-4 games this year. I bought Hogwarts. I bought Jedi. I bought Diablo. I bought Starship Troopers. What else? There was one more game I bought this year.
Captain's log.
Okay, before we even watch this one, we watched the trailer. Was it last year? It looks so boring. I hope they make this better than the last one, right? Like, I like Star Trek. I'm interested in Star Trek, right? But man, did it look boring.
Stardate 57931.4. Starfleet has tasked us with a mission of the highest priority. Two formerly peaceful neighbors are now on the brink of war. While protocol might suggest we alert Starfleet about our situation, I think we're better off keeping
This almost has a feeling, loosely here. I'm not comparing it a 1-to-1, but it almost feels like if you take them out of the Star Trek universe here and implant them into the Mass Effect series, right? It feels like the Mass Effect without the Mass Effect, if that makes sense. And obviously, Mass Effect's probably inspired by Star Trek or whatnot. But you see what I'm saying? It feels like a Mass Effect, not a Star Trek right now.
You go first. No time to fight me on this.
I have to say the UI on the YX buttons, they could have done that a little bit better. What's going on, Haley?
If we can't go to warp, we're sitting ducks here. It puts the mission and everyone on the ship at risk.
They respect one thing.
You see what I'm saying? It feels like a Mass Effect type of thing.
That is force.
Our losses are mounting. Yours are just beginning.
Look out! We're being hailed by the USS Titan.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Resolute.
We're up against something greater than we can imagine.
The Takan will
That actress, whoever plays
wants the most.
Like,
we're up against
her
something
posture
greater than we
perfected. I mean, look at her. She's literally nice and
can
straight
imagine.
up. My back hurts just a lot looking at her.
The Takan were once the most advanced, most powerful civilization.
Mass Effect wearing a Trek skin. It feels like that, Hilly. I love Mass Effect 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and the reason for that is because I love story and the Mass Effect story and all the stuff that you can do in that game. That's why I love it. This looks sort of like story. I mean, obviously it doesn't look story. It is story driven, but it feels like a Mass Effect
In the galaxy.
How dare you disturb me?
Portal 6-3. We need your help.
Got the Infinity Gauntlet. Run. Oh yeah, this combat looks like Mass Effect 1. Okay, I gotta continue. We gotta watch this next one. I want to see more combat if we can. Oh God, what happened?
Certain franchises lend themselves better to one genre or another. For example, you wouldn't look for a Fast and the Furious strategy game just as much as you would expect a combat-oriented Star Wars Jedi game like Fallen Order. Star Trek is bizarrely a world that has been painted onto numerous genres rather well, from the excellent 2000 first-person shooter Star Trek Voyager Elite Force to the still-running MMORPG Star Trek Online.
I actually liked Star Trek Online back in the day.
The latest core gamer-aimed effort from the next generation's 24th century era is Star Trek Resurgence, which seems to be a perfect fit for Trek as a narrative adventure game made by a group of ex-Telltale developers at Dramatic Labs who...
Oh. Well, that piqued my interest now. Ex-Telltale devs. I like Telltale games.
...who have proven themselves quite good at what they do.
What's the matter, Nilly? Afraid of a little hard work?
A little hard work? Really? A little? 6 months of putting this ship back together is a lot of hard work.
Yeah, and here we are. Just about ready to go.
Dramatic Labs is headed by Kevin Bruner, the Telltale founder whose roots in the adventure game genre trace back to his days working on Grim Fandango and Monkey Island at LucasArts.
Oh, those are two good games.
There's nothing like the hot winds of hell blowing in your face.
He had a heck of a run at Telltale, but Bruner and the Dramatic Labs team aim to make some noticeable improvements for Resurgence. First among them is the graphics engine. Telltale's engine was famously long in the tooth long before the company shut down, so Bruner and the team partnered with Epic, and as such, Resurgence uses the much prettier Unreal Engine. The technical structure of the game isn't the only thing that differs from the Telltale days, the gameplay structure does too. Resurgence will be released as one complete game rather than in episodic chunks that release weeks or months apart. Brunner lamented to me during our conversation that players often felt compelled to finish an entire 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't want episodic chunks. Like, give me the whole game. Like, let me pay for the whole thing up front, you know?
Our Telltale episode in one sitting, lest they return and feel lost due to the stories being structured around those longer blocks. Resurgence, as described by lead writer Dan Martin, will be like a chapter book with around 50 chapters, making
Holy shit. 50 chapters.
Each chunk of the story much smaller and easily digestible for those who want to enjoy this Star Trek narrative adventure at their own pace. But as for the narrative itself, there is yet another key difference between what Dramatic Labs
What they don't tell you is each chapter's like 3 minutes.
is doing with Resurgence and what the Telltale teams did with their games, offering the player more exploratory freedom. The team tells me that many areas of the ship are being modeled for the player to roam when there are scenes set there, from the bridge to engineering to the shuttle bay and many others. And that's just on board the USS Resolute starship your two playable characters call home.
Can I just say, can I just say,
Brunner,
like, who puts luggage in a hallway like this to block it? Like, move your shit to the side. Now, I understand from a gaming perspective, they're like, there's not. But nobody puts stuff in hallways like that. Move it to the side, soldier. What's going on?
The USS Resolute starship your two playable characters call home. Brunner told me that the physically biggest sections of the game are where you're on alien worlds and in alien ships, so you won't be confined to your Starfleet vessel the entire game.
Man, I hope you could walk a little faster. 50 chapters and most of the chapters you walking.
Far from it. In fact, early on, Lieutenant Commander Chovak summons you as Carter Diaz, along with your friend and fellow lower deck colleague Ed Sol.
Are the people playing this game? I mean, I know we're old. The Star Trek guys are old. But god damn, that print, that font is gigantic. Like, do you want to play? Press Y, X, or A. And then you're like, can't see.
Down to suit up in order to walk out on the hull and investigate the bizarre space anomaly the ship finds itself adjacent to. Naturally, he begins by being as annoyed with you as a Vulcan can get for being almost late to your shift.
I mean, if anything, Ed Solar and I are following the schedule to the letter.
Yes, perhaps I should adjust the schedule accordingly.
It's not every day that a captain gets to welcome a Starfleet legend aboard.
Meanwhile, another...
How did they get Leonard Nimoy? How long has this game been in development? Didn't he die like 2-3 years ago? Or did he just die recently? Time has passed, man. I don't even know. When did he pass?
Another section of the game I saw put you in control of Resurgence's other playable character, Commander Jara Rydek, during a briefing not just with the senior staff, but with Ambassador Spock himself. The first...
Doesn't the captain...
Not just with the senior staff...
Doesn't this guy look like the father from Invincible? Guys, watch that show? That's a great show on Netflix, by the way. Wait, Netflix? Or is it Amazon? Whatever. Invincible. Good show.
Staff, but with Ambassador Spock himself. The first thing you'll likely notice about everyone's favorite Vulcan is how uncannily he sounds like Leonard Nimoy.
True enough.
Martin told me the team had hundreds of auditions, and the actor who got the part, who Dramatic Labs will announce later, was, quote, head and shoulders above everyone else. You can hear why.
I began my time in Star.
Oh, it's not even Nimoy's voice. It's someone doing his voice. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now I wonder what they did to get his likeness. How they Man, that's like my brain. Sorry, my brain's going off because you have to get permission to use someone's likeness like this.
Starfleet as a science officer, not as an ambassador. We must be adaptable in the line of duty.
Since this is a narrative adventure game, you'll have ample choice in how to respond to your crewmates and superiors. Your story might play out differently than a friend who makes other dialogue choices, but Dramatic Labs was clear that this is a shared story, but a customized one. And as such, there's contrast between the fates of characters based on your choices. That said, everyone goes to the same planets. The team likens the relationship dynamics to the role-playing within a story. They told me that they didn't want a narrative structure that was, quote,
well, I don't know if they got their his family, Kylo. We don't know the contracts that were signed. Like maybe when he signed to do Star Trek, anything that has to do with Star Trek, maybe he gives his likeness out. You know what I mean? Like for instance, recently, about in the last 2 years, Mark Hamill gave permission for Disney to use his likeness. Hence why they did the de-aging of Luke Skywalker in the Mando show. Hence why they also did de-aging because of Princess Leia in Rogue One, right? Though they got permission of the actors before they passed, and they signed over their likeness to them. Like, this is why there's contracts now in this day, because back in the day, they could use your likeness and everything for figurines and promotion stuff and your voice and everything. That's why I paused for a second. I was like, I wonder if they got permission from his family or if it has to do with something with the contractual stuff of when... Back in the day, those old TV shows and stuff, the contracts were completely different. It was untreaded territory, and a lot of actors got dicked over, and there was a lot of lawsuits and stuff in the past because of people's residuals and other things, or using and suing because they were using their likeness and they didn't read the fine print. So that's why I paused earlier and was like, I wonder how they did it.
Branchy for the sake of being branchy.
Not that it matters. It's just in my head. I worked in the industry.
In all, Resurgence is exactly the kind of game that I want from the diplomacy-heavy Star Trek franchise. Though yes, there will be phaser usage and other action as well in order to keep the gameplay on its toes. Star Trek Resurgence will be out later this year on PC via the Epic Game Store, along with PlayStation and Xbox platforms.
Captain Solano and I must make every effort to appear neutral in these negotiations.
I wonder how they what time frame is this? Resurgence arrives May 2023, so it's coming out real soon. May 23rd. Wait a minute. What's today's date? It comes out today. It comes out today. Let's see. How much are they charging? How much are they charging? $40. $40. I'm going to have to wait to see what a review how long it is. Can I get 40 hours out of that game? Right? Can I get 40 hours? The story driven. It's probably only about 20. You're not really playing, right? All right, the next one is Final Fantasy 16. I have not seen this. I have not watched it. So let's check this out.
Final Fantasy 16 opens with a bang. Two swirling icons, the colossal beasts that series fans will know better as summons, pepper each other with fireballs and lash out with their hefty tails as they descend deep under the earth.
DJ says, yeah, 40 hours with the slow walking. Sure.
In a scene reminiscent of Gandalf.
It's a 20-hour game, but It doubles. It doubles with the slow walking.
Plunging tussle with the Balrog. It's a level of spectacle rarely witnessed in a video game, and an early indicator of the huge scale story awaiting those venturing into Square Enix's latest. Having played the
this video is from 23 hours ago from IGN. I don't know if it's new, Kylo, but this new to me.
Following 4 or so hours, it's a promise largely lived up to, with razor-sharp combat and thrilling boss battles consistently exciting. But beyond the blade, it also engages through its thoroughly fantasy-rooted tale, establishing the world of Phalisthea, its factions, and individual personalities to good effect. It makes for an electrifying opening which, despite being a little cutscene heavy at times, made me wish I did.
I have a question. He just said something that always intrigues me. How many of you just don't like cutscenes? Right? A little too much cutscene heavy is what he said. Like, you just don't watch cutscenes. Right? For me, I love cutscenes. I love the story element. I love showing me cutscenes, and then I play the part, and then they go back to the cutscene. Like, I'm all good with cutscenes. I've personally never understood people going, yeah, there's just too much story in a story game. I like cutscenes, but not long and boring ones. You know what I mean, though? But I like story in a story game. I love the cutscene. That used to be the loot. Oh, yeah, Hilly. I never even thought of it that way. That's actually a good perspective. You used to play the game to get to that next cutscene to give you that thing. You know what I mean? I just never understood. And if you guys are like this, it's fine. I'm not going to argue with you or anything like that. I just don't understand, like, playing a game and going, man, there's just too much story in this story. There's just too much story in the story. Like playing Call of Duty and going, there's just too much gunfire in this gunfighting game. Yeah, if there's too much dialogue. But okay, let me push back a little bit, Dave. Too much dialogue, but if you get a game that's a story-driven game, like, how do you, like, there needs to be dialogue, right? I don't like to be clobbered with cutscene, especially if they're in the middle of the action. I see what you're saying, but that's very specific, though, DT, right? Like, you're saying there's certain games, which I know a couple of them are like that. Like, what's the one with the Kingdom Hearts? Kingdom Hearts does that a lot. Like, all of a sudden you're in something, and all of a sudden it does a cutscene. Actually, Hi-Fi Rush did this a little bit. Hi-Fi Rush would all of a sudden you would be in a fight, and then all of a sudden it would cut to a cutscene, and then you would come back to the fight type of thing. I get that. I just feel like it's part of the whole thing. Like, Harry Potter had a long cutscene that made me lose interest. Really? All right. I mean, I get it. Not everyone's, not everybody is going to like everything, but usually when you play a game like Final Fantasy, or you play a game like Red Dead or Mass Effect, you're going to have your massive cutscenes.
Didn't have to stop playing. The opening section that I played is described by Square Enix as a special version made for media to
Graphics look really good at this. They look really good.
Experience.
Do we know what engine they used?
And contents may differ from the final version. But regardless of if the events presented are identical to the final game or not, don't worry, I won't be spoiling.
Oh, so the action's not real time anymore.
Any story details for Final Fantasy XVI, just discussing some of the themes at play and the stage they set. Phalisthea is a world that returns Final Fantasy to its more classic fantasy roots, albeit with heightened cinematic aspirations. It's not afraid to throw spectacle after spectacle your way right from the off, with the early arrival of the ice icon Shiva onto a dusty battlefield truly stunning in its execution as she glistens in all her glory. She provides a stark contrast to her opponent, the stony, monolithic titan who towers over the skirmish between two rival factions below. There's a sheer enormity to the size.
A titan from Anthem? A Titan from Anthem. Looks like a Titan from Anthem.
Of these icons that even the likes of old school God of War or Shadow of the Colossus would be jealous of. They may be well-worn reference points for anything vaguely medieval fantasy, but it's hard to ignore the Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones influences here. The story is rooted in the struggle over the 5 mother crystals that tower over Phalisphea, which are the source of the magic that
drug his drink
powers this world. Naturally, the continent's 6 nations are going to want to fight for control of these.
That's a hell of a talent. You can light your smoking with your finger? Nice.
And so, a constant state of conflict rages on. One of those nations is the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, and you play as Clive Rosfield, son of the ruling Archduke. Over the course of the opening few hours, you're transported through different periods of his life as the personal catalyst for his story is revealed. It's not a revolutionary setup for a story in this genre, but one introduced with a fair amount of elegance in an early cadence that maintains a good balance between action and dialogue. This pace and a general sense of excitement are infinitely aided by the superb score that soundtracks the events too. It's worth saying at this point that Final Fantasy XVI's opening hours are very story heavy, and while it does a great job at introducing Clive's family ties and those who aim to unbind them, it did leave me wishing I was playing a more active part in it at times. Not least because when you do get let off,
watch out. You guys like story or hate story, don't buy the game. Heavy story.
Off the leash, its combat never fails to impress. That heightened sense of cinema translates equally well to the battle.
I mean, I'm already sold on the game because of the action, of the fighting mechanics, and your dog.
Filled with each encounter feeling like a real event. In my relatively short amount of playtime, I fought no fewer than 8 bosses, each delivering spectacle on both a macro and micro level, ranging from massive monster clashes to time-bending perfect parry affairs against agile enemies. The first extensive stretch of gameplay sees you playing as teenage Clive, as you venture through a swampy marshland littered with
So whoever said earlier that they're out because of cutscenes in the middle of battles,
gameplay sees
right
you
here,
playing as
out.
teenage.
Here, look, watch.
Micro level, ranging from massive monster clashes to time-bending perfect parry
cutscene.
affairs against agile enemies. The first extensive stretch of gameplay sees you playing as teenage Clive, as you venture through a swampy marshland littered with the most goblin-looking goblins you've ever seen. It culminates in a very fun fight against this world's version of the classic Final Fantasy enemy Morble, a slimy, tendrilled set of teeth with a serious case of bad breath.
Keep clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath is worse than its bite.
It's Final Fantasy XVI's first real display of its fantastic combat in full flow, with its signature cinematic strikes and evades now fully introduced to your arsenal. It's a set of tools that is steadily added to as you progress.
They're not doing very much damage, I'm assuming. I mean, he's level 11. But Jesus,
with different magic abilities welcomed into the fold. And while I had plenty of toys to play with, I still feel like I barely scratched the surface of what these combat systems have to offer. That's especially true when it comes to its showpiece kaiju-like icon battles, which flip the script when it comes to gameplay, each promising a delve into a new genre. The aforementioned opening exchange between 2 fiery icons, which played more like a flying rail shooter than an RPG, conjures up welcome memories of the finale to Nier Automata in its desire to frequently switch up gameplay styles while never pausing for breath. As large scale as Final Fantasy XVI can be at times, I was slightly surprised by how contained some of its levels can be. Early on at least, they were all relatively narrow locations that funnel you from arena to arena, with occasional forays off the beaten path that rewarded me with useful items. A great example of this is the Greatwood area, which acted as the final destination of my hands-on. A verdant green forest, it largely consisted of leafy corridors connecting fights with feisty flora and fauna to bosses of varying sizes. The most notable of these being the scaly giant Fafnir, which looked like something on an exchange trip from Skull
I honestly
Island.
have no interest in this game.
Not so sure.
I haven't played a Final Fantasy game since like the old school Nintendo. I played 1 through 7. I think I played 11, and that was about it.
You'd better hope so.
I did spend a small amount of time in a much wider open space from later in the game, containing side quests and challenging foes to take down, but this by no means felt like the open world Final Fantasy that fans have become accustomed to of late in Final Fantasy XV. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. Not every game needs to be a sprawling world to get lost in, and in some ways, it was a refreshing throwback to the more linear Final Fantasy.
I never played. I don't even know what it's called. The one with the Backstreet Boys. Sarge played that last one, where it was like an open world where you could do stuff. Which one was that?
Of old, even if it did feel a little restricted to a repetitive rhythm of cutscene, battle, with exploration coming at
the last
a premium.
115?
There's nothing old school about the combat though, which feels sharply cutting edge in its fluidity. The fast-paced action really is excellent, so good in fact that I found myself often thinking, just let me do it more. As I said, cutscenes make up a lot of Final Fantasy XVI's early runtime, and while story has always been a big part of the series, I think it may be the sheer speed of its action that leads to the transition between combat and the slower dialogue-heavy scenes, delivering more whiplash this time around.
I mean, look how much he's hitting this guy, okay? And he's barely moving that goddamn health bar. Look at this.
Combat and the slower dialogue heavy scenes, delivering more whiplash this time around. The scenes themselves are all
He's got like, he's hit him for what, 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's like 120, and then 6. He's got him for like 200, like 300 points there. And
dialogue
it's barely
heavy scenes,
moving.
delivering more whiplash this time around. The scenes themselves are all well acted and admirably succinct in their exposition. It's just more of a testament to the sheer thrill of its combat than anything, that I couldn't wait for them to move along at an even swifter pace.
You are a true shield of the flame, and let no one tell you otherwise. Including me.
For those that really want to take their time and
the combat does seem like a Devil May Cry a little bit.
delve deeper into the history of Valisthea, however, there's the handy active time law system. This essentially acts in a similar fashion to Prime Video's X-ray feature, allowing you to hit a button and pause the scene at any moment to learn more about the characters speaking or the terminology they're using. It's a smart way to provide extra context for those who want it without overloading on exposition for those who just want to zip along to the next fight. That's not to say that Final Fantasy XVI doesn't entertain in its slower moments, and indeed some of them are effective in building Clive out as a protagonist to care about. He's an emotionally complicated character plagued with a tragic backstory that adds a welcome amount of depth. A section where you're set loose to roam around his family home of Rosalith Castle serves as a great way of introducing us to Clive and his place in this world, as he interacts with soldiers in training, magical gardeners, and a bounty of regional British accents. From what I've seen so far, the future looks very bright for Final Fantasy XVI. If its opening few hours of hulking icon showdowns, superb melee combat, and story that delivers on both a personal and
I mean, I do like story, and I'm more interested in this game because of the combat. Because I used to love the combat, the real-time combat, but now I like action combat. I'm more interested, but I'm not going to get this when it comes out.
Global level or anything to go by, then a very fun time is on the horizon. I'm hopeful that the ever so stuttering pace irons itself out over the hours to come, with its ferociously fun gameplay taking precedence as Clive's journey broadens. I went into my time with Final Fantasy XVI incredibly excited about what I'd seen in its many trailers and showcases, and left very happy that very little of that anticipation had diminished by the time I'd finished.
Good boy.
For more from Final Fantasy XVI,
looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Comes out June 22nd. Combat looks good. All right, next one is the behind-the-scenes Lord of the Rings Gollum official making of Gollum developer diary.
Hobbit from the...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's not do that.
So we choose Gollum as a main character because he is one of the most complex characters in the book. One of the things that fascinated us about Gollum was the fact that he has his two personalities that are constantly talking to each other.
One half is driven, just focused on the ring, and the other half is just like, I just want to reconnect and try to like find somebody like me. Just like showing this split persona in the environments, in the story, in the art is the most fascinating thing, I think.
To answer your question, Mo, not really too sure who wanted this game, but I could tell you the people that are like Lord of the Rings fans, like that just want more Lord of the Rings games, would probably pick this up and stuff, right? But the thing is, this is like a puzzle game. This is like a Tomb Raider Uncharted game, and the main protagonist is Gollum. Weird. Weird.
Our Gollum looks very different from the movies. We wanted to find a version of Gollum would still match the imaginations of the.
Like if it was the same game, like just picture this, right? It was the same exact game, but instead of using Gollum, you're using Bilbo. Right? Do you know what I mean? And it took place the time like you're playing as the Hobbit. Do you know what I mean? Like why? I don't know. Like did someone say I really want to know the story of Gollum?
The fans, so we're kind of still in the same line of those concepts that movies also used, but still giving it our own spin.
I think Gollum has a best potential to give this insight into this world. You have the non-classical ways to discover the world. You're crawling through the shadows, you're climbing a lot, you are traveling through the levels in a different ways than other characters would. His abilities to walk or to run are maybe beyond what we would.
It literally is just Tomb Raider or Uncharted. You know?
Expect with characters.
It's a hard character to understand. You kind of have to throw away everything you know about writing when you write for Gollum, because he does everything that you
I'm not sure if there's combat
to do. So he constantly talks about his feelings. He constantly repeats himself. He uses the same very non-descriptive adjectives.
Probably not. You probably just put the ring on and go invisible.
I mean, the most fascinating thing about the main character with Gollum is his personal development and his like split persona.
And that was also a great tool for us for the storytelling. The scenes in the movies or in the book where they both fight with each other. You can be the player and lead these discussions.
You have to do a mini game of like him talking to himself.
Good morning. My name is Gollum. I'm very pleased to meet you. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes, we are.
Well, the great thing about Gollum is, you know, he's like a maelstrom of mixed emotions and different character traits, and there are two sides to his personality. Gollum really reveals himself very much when he's talking with Smeagol, you know, so I tried to make the difference in the voices quite clear. It's quite demanding role to play, both vocally, physically as well. Gollum is a very kind of strained, stressed being, and I think to play that, you know, you have to be, you know, strained and stressed as a performer.
Deagle!
And it was Deagle who found the ring.
No, it was ours. It was our birthday present. It was.
Another lie.
I really wanted to push on the gas on some of the acting and some of the mood from the Gollum character, because he's the star of the game. He's the star of the story, and he's basically two of them, so there is plenty to use from him.
Okay, so that's on all platforms: PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox Series X, S, One, Steam, GeForce Now, Epic Store. Action adventure. It's an action adventure game, epic interactive experience. You can play Enigmatic Gollum on his journey to find out how he outwitted the most powerful characters in Middle Earth. An untold story, action, and stealth. Unique skills to explore and infiltrate legendary locations and dizzying heights. Find your way past the orcs and climb. Yeah, I don't think there's actual combat. Yeah, that doesn't seem like there's combat. You have different abilities to get by, so it's like a stealth game. Okay, the next one we're watching is Warhammer 40K Bolt Gun. Okay. Okay. Like a old school Doom game here. Start shooting stuff fast. I'm getting bored. Still, it's like the noise of him walking is already annoying me. Oh, I'm sorry. I went to go lower it a little bit more. Why is he making so much noise when he walks in the big giant metal suit? Exactly, Horseman. Now, if Gollum sounded like this when we were playing through the Gollum game, then I'd be like, why does he sound like he's walking on a metal suit? Don't worry, Horseman. We don't grade grammar in this chat. No, I'll tell you what, it looks better than Redfall. I kid. Or do I? Yeah, I have 3 channels, Jared. I don't really use the other 2 right now. I'm only making content for this particular one. This is Warhammer Bolt Gun, sorry. No, this is not. I don't think this is a mobile game. This is on console. This looks I think that's all we need to see. Is this just single player? Yeah, it's Warhammer 40k bolt gun. It's on Xbox, the Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, XS, and PC. I mean, know what the game's missing? There was like no music track or anything from it. You know what I mean? Could have put some music to it. And how much are they charging for that? $19.27. There you go. It's like $20. That's like what? What is the is it $14? $15? Is it $10? All right, the next one we're watching is a Coreborn Nations of Ultra Core. That's a mouthful, huh? This is a social survival MMO. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I can't monetize this because of all the trailers. Wait a minute, is that how you're building? You build real fast like that? What? What did you say? I said hit that like button because I can't monetize this videos because of all the trailers and stuff. I don't even know what the hell we just watched. Let me see. Do they actually show?
I was expecting.
That's a trailer. No, this is just animated now.
A miracle.
Let me rewind a little bit here. Let's watch this again for a second. I mean, the art style looks okay. The building mechanic looked kind of weird. It's just like it like plopped it down. I don't know if that's just for the trailer or for what. Combat looks horrendous. The combat looks absolutely horrendous. It's like we need combat for the game. 1, 2, turn around, 3. Okay, let's next. You see how you're building? I don't know. There's a lot of games like this, right? Open world survival MMO. How many games can you have? How many games can you have of this? They're all going. There's certain player base that plays these games, and they're all going for it. So there's like 15 games, and each game only has like 1,000 people playing them. let's see what this is. Add to wish list. All right, let's go see how much this is going to cost. Is it free? I think it's a free to play. Free to play? Yep. Okay. Next one, we have Ashfall. Okay, Warzone. Big machinery. Okay. Is it a big hedgehog? What is that? I have a question. What's with all these games with fall in it? They all have fall. 15 games with fall in it.
Take the gun. Leave the shelter.
What's up, Bronco?
Over the mountains.
Through the woods.
Across the deserts. Go east. Make some friends.
Is this a game like a Fallout type of game? Like an Outer Worlds?
Be powerful. Defeat all the monsters and enemies.
That looks like Outriders. Okay. I gotta stop for a second. So far, okay. This is what I'm getting from this. Okay, I get like a Fallout feeling. Okay, I get like a Gears of War, right? I get a Gears of War. I get like a Matrix vibe / Horizon Zero Dawn type of vibe. Okay, I'm getting like an Outriders or not? Outriders. Yeah, I'm getting a Outer Worlds vibe. I'm getting a Fallout vibe. I'm getting like a Destiny vibe. I'm getting an Outriders vibe. I'm getting an Aliens vibe. Like what is this?
Finish your mission.
Is that a loot box? Is that a loot box? I got a Fallout 76 vibe.
Find a new dawn.
Is this an MMO? What is this? I'm really am. I mean, I know what I just watched, but I'm not sure what I just watched. Beta test in July. Okay. New world, new wasteland, new adventure. A vast world, post-apocalyptic wasteland awaits the unraveled before you. Pioneering adventures experiences dawn through the clash of fusions, different civilizations. A synergy unique Eastern element, a wasteland culture establishment, innovative plot setting accompanies you and embark in incredible mystery and journey. Epic world, diversity, dilapidation from old era. Humans are now segregated into different factions, locked into a war of conflict. Savagery broods and breeds far and wide. Survival is the biggest challenge. Pick up your weapon, face the dangers and challenges ahead of you, and you are ready to take on to survive. And I mean, this looks like everything and nothing. Okay. I was very confused by that, chat. Very confused. Is it the co-op? Are those companions? Like, what's happening here? Here's the problem I feel like a lot of these games are. And I'm not saying this game is. It feels like Star Citizen, right? Star Citizen was a very, very ambitious game. Still is. But I feel like a lot of these developers look at certain things and they don't pick one thing. They pick a smorgasbord of things and they make it, and they don't know what their identity of their game is. They're like, oh, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this. Like, what about if we made a first-person, third-person action RPG, storytelling MMO, RPG, JRPG, mixed with a real-time strategy? It's like, what are you making here? Right? It's like, just figure out what you want to make and don't make the game. And then as long as you make it, go, oh, you know what? Like, this is what Star Citizen did. Star Citizen started like, this is what we're making. And then they saw someone do something like, we should add that. And then they're like, oh, there's someone that, oh, we should put that in our game too. And they never finished their actual, what they were supposed to make the game to be. Very odd. All right, next one. Lords of the Fallen gameplay trailer.
Mornstead has fallen. Its great army decimated by the legions of Adir,
right,
the
Ford.
demon god.
They want to be the best game, but they don't really know what the hell they want, and they don't master anything.
But one light still flickers in the ever-growing gloom. The light of the Dark Crusader.
What was the first game called? It's called Lord of the Fallen, right? And this is Lords of the Fallen?
The radiance of
This is the sequel, I would assume, right?
With us. Adir's darkness threatens to...
I'm sorry to say, that guy literally sounds like Andy Serkis when he did what was that? What was the character in the new Star Wars? Snoke? He sounds like Snoke. It looks like Snoke, but with a mask on.
Desolate our world. Ascend to Aureus, my child.
Different games completely?
As his holy redeemer.
In light we walk.
In light we walk.
Burn their very souls to ash.
I think it is snow.
Your flesh has been made sacrosanct. Great potential dwells within you, doubtless, for you to be chosen thusly.
Fear of the dark.
Fit.
Prove yourself worthy of this gift.
By your radiance, grant me the strength to continue to endure these dark days.
Relinquish the lamp, and your suffering ends.
Another unfortunate made a slave to unceasing hunger. I pity you.
Reignite the blessed beacons of Mornstead and thwart Adir's cataclysmic resurrection.
Dude, as I heard Iron Maiden, don't worry, it's probably not going to be in the actual game. Super dead. I'll watch it stealth. I'll bring it up. Did it come out? What is this? After Us? 24 minutes ago. Oh, we'll pause that for a second. Oh, I wanted to watch this. This is a fan-made trailer. So this is Elder Scrolls Skyblivion. It's a fan project. Okay, let's watch this. We're going to watch the new Destiny trailer on here for it.
The Empire. She is in chaos. And now, at the turning of the era, the Ruby Throne sits empty. The enemy have arrived. We have to act quickly, take up arms, and close shut the marble jaws of oblivion.
This is fan-made?
Find my son. He alone can determine the fate of the Empire. The fate of Cyrodiil.
This is fan-made. Is this a story that they're making with inside of the Skyrim? Sky Oblivion. It's literally Elder Scrolls Oblivion ported to Skyrim's engine. Interesting. Okay. All right. Is this the 27 minutes ago? Season of the Deep?
The witness has moved beyond our reach. All attempts to follow it have failed.
To any Guardians listening, this is Deputy Committee Commander Sloan requesting emergency support.
I have Sloan's position as 1 kilometer down. Fire team, you're clear to descend. I am not leaving anyone behind again.
That distress call wasn't for me. It was for her. She knows our true enemy, the Witness.
Wasn't that the creature that was swimming in the water when we were in Destiny 1?
Diving into the depths of the methane sea and dredging up what Sloan needs.
Fire team, make this dive count.
Remind them we're not in danger. We are the danger.
A new raid? Is that what that is? It showed 6 people at the end here. So 5 people? 6 people? Oh, and fishing. Gotta go back, bro! Got fishing! The seasonal activity? They got fish. They got fishing, man. Gotta go back. Was Titan just D2? It's been so many years, I forget which one's which. Right, DMT. Or DTM. Right. This one. After Us. I put that one. Click on this. After Us. Used here. It's a platformer underwater. Okay. I was like, how do you have a platformer underwater? You can just swim. This is I mean, whoever made this game, you know, they didn't do it alone. They had to do it with drugs. Looks interesting. Looks interesting. What else we got? Anything else come out? Any other reviews or trailers that dropped this morning? Russ. That's Bolt Gun review by Skill Up. I didn't see this. This is from 12 days ago though. We haven't watched this.
The warm sun sets upon
Is this like an Ark type of game?
Its inhabitants welcoming it as a sign to return home.
Introducing a new water effect. Further detail added to the
marking
onto
the
a map.
end of a strong day.
You are a dino.
As they dive deeper into the shroud of the woods, there are those who peer from deep within the shadows of the trees.
Can I pick a T-Rex or is that a microtransaction?
Planning.
Oh no. Don't be an idiot, baby. Oh well. Survival of the fittest. Introducing a Night Stalker update. I have a question. I have a couple of questions. Has anyone played this game, first off? Okay. Okay, so Horseman, can you explain to me, do you start off as like a small dinosaur and then as you level up you can unlock different dinosaurs? Or like you know what I mean? Give me 1 second. You gonna play Railway Empire? I'm gonna try it out. My son wants to. He's interested in the train game, as we calls it. He's like, "Can we play the train game?" So I'm gonna download it and try it out. It doesn't matter, bro. It has dinosaurs. No idea. Interesting. We'll have to check that out. All you need. Official trailer, Wizards. That's 4 days ago. It doesn't look that good. What else we got? Dead by Daylight. And Alana's review. All right. Well, lots of games that we saw. I mean, obviously, we watched those because there's going to be a crap ton of games and trailers coming out for the first time. Starting tomorrow with the PlayStation Showcase. I won't be live for that because it's early pickup on Wednesdays. So I won't be here. So I'll be watching it just like most of you with somebody else. New IGN 1 hour ago. The Front. The Front. Right, hold on. Let's see. The Front. Take a look at that. Artificial superintelligence and time travel technology offer the last chance of salvation. Return to the past and alter the tides of faith.
Mind link established. Commencing space-time projection.
Join the beta. So confused on. Okay, the homeland has been conquered. Another reality. Empire has conquered the world, enacting on global citizen policies, using monitoring devices and ruthless will to kill. The advanced technology, and the Empire seeks to change the mankind forever. Already stripped of its freedom, faith, and in many cases, life, humans are on the verge of finally losing, which they all call home. Surviving members of humanity resists or hoping to use the time travel technology to return to the past to correct the course of history. On the war-torn land, you'll also engage Imperial forces, exiles, thugs, rebels, an epic battle that will determine the fate of humanity. Key features: a vibrant open world featuring day and night cycles, dynamic weather, critical ecosystems, and the world of front, a realistic and immersive one. Contend with hunger and thirst, fight unique enemies, engage in deadly gun raids, and war across the land in powerful tanks. Explore dense forests, snowy regions, and desert found across the map of 36 kilometers in size. Fight and survive. Your main objective is to survive the elements, fight beasts, and save off the enemy attacks. The front features a plethora of tools and weapons to help you, with more than 400 technical formulas to learn, and the craft tools and weapons. You also need to visit ruins, occupied territory, underground factories, and other distinct areas to collect rare resources, such as core parts of blueprints. Build a base. From the fixed structures of mobile platforms, you have a variety of structures at your disposal. Water system to power systems, enable the sprinklers for planting energy and sensor lights, and turrets for defenses, as well as many other functions. Set traps, and you can also explore, release poisonous gases to deal to your guests. It's also in front of any confrontations that matter life or death. Augment weapons and vehicles. The front features a rich arsenal of weapons, accessories, and with different functions from sights, grips, tactical flashlights, night vision devices. You can also equip on the weapons anti-aircraft machine guns, external armory, jamming devices, and can also be placed on vehicles. Adjust your loadouts to ensure functionality and stability of your equipment, suits, and situations. By land, air, and sea, find the perfect hiding spot in the mountains to take enemies out using sniper rifles. Engage in vehicular combat along cliffside roads, hearing crunching sand beneath, or trends as you drive the tank across the vast deserts. Drive vehicles across the water at full power, skim the treetops in the helicopter, or avoid air defenses, or man those anti-defenses yourself with SWAT pesky threats and appear out of the sky. Interesting. It's another game that, like, yeah, let's put that in our game. Throw it in there. So it's like a documentary. I don't get it. Do any of these games, okay, I'm asking a question, that those type of games, are you looking at that and going, dude, I can't wait for that. Right? I can't wait for that game. That game looks amazing. It just doesn't look... If it was the only game to come out, right? There's so many games with the same type of stuff. Like, all right, MMO, check. Survival, check. Zombies, check. Dinosaurs, check. Tanks, check. Modern warfare, check. Old warfare, check. Building mechanics, check. Let's survival, check. Honestly, it looks interesting, not amazing. I don't know, man. Those games live or die on the community. Live or die on the community. Kitchen sink DLC. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people play Ark, Survival, and then they played, what was that other one? Atlas? Was it called Atlas? The one with the pirates and whatnot? And these things come and go, but they don't really, like, land. They just kind of are okay. They're like, yeah, we got 1,000 people playing our game. We're happy with it. Watched a lot of like whatever kind of trailers this morning. Nothing that we watched this morning. I was like, gotta play that. Gotta play that. No dinosaurs. 0 out of 10. Can't remember the game. There's too many of them. Yeah. I don't know, man. The platform game with the glowing lady looks more interesting, and at least has the POV of this direction. Yeah. No. It's weird. It's weird. I'm just not. I just don't. I don't get it. Virtual tabletop. A month. Yeah, I just don't. None of the stuff was like. I was like, dude, can't wait for that. Nothing has hyped me yet. Not even Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 16 looked interesting, but I have no interest. I'm sure a lot of you do have interest. That didn't even do it for me. I don't even have a PlayStation 5 yet, right? And if I did have a PlayStation 5, there's still way more games I'd be interested in buying than Final Fantasy 16. Do you think they just download every stock item in the Unreal Engine? I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, Hilly. We looked at like a conversation came up because Travis brought up this game, and I can't even think of the name of it. Atlas Fall or something like that, I think it was called. And I said it looks like Forspoken, right? And I know Forspoken didn't use the Unreal Engine, but it brought up a conversation of games that use Unreal Engine type stuff. There's going to be a lot more independent developers or people that want to make video games come out, and they're going to use the Unreal Engine. And when they use the Unreal Engine, they're going to use assets, right? Sort of like the Day Before did, and any other all this other things did. And from that, they're all going to be samey, right? They're all going to be samey, and what I mean by that is the people that don't have any experience whatsoever, that are just trying to get into the gaming industry, right? They're like, I want to make a game. And then they go make a procedurally generated map with the Unreal Engine. They go buy a map from the asset pack. They go buy assets from the other thing. They download them. You don't have to pay for them. You get the free ones that they can use, whatever. And all of these games are just gonna one, feel samey. And then two, they're not going to have an identity of what they are. They're all just trying to see what sticks, right? And pivot whatever it is. So much so, look at what Fortnite did. It took them 7 years to make a tower defense horde mode that failed dramatically, and they shifted to the Battle Royale because of the engine. And now it's a completely different beast than it was. And now it's handed out the tools for everyone else to do the same thing, and I feel like none of it is actually in the hands of an artist. It could be amazing, but in the masses, everyone's just going to try to get their place and jockey for position and see if they can make something. Right? This comment I'm saying is not for like AAA studios using the Unreal Engine and making games. It's for they're making it so easy for anyone to make games that I use this as an example. The cell phone. Okay. Before a cell phone came out and had a camera on it with a high-powered camera where anyone can film, you had to buy an expensive camera. The gatekeeping was, if you wanted to get good at something, you had to purchase that thing and then hone your skills. But now everybody can take pictures, and everybody can be a videographer, or anyone could be a photographer. And no one's an actual master at it anymore because everyone can just do what they want, right? Editing has made it super easy. So now anyone can edit on your cell phone. Before, you had to buy a computer. You had to buy an expensive program. And now everybody can do it. And there's a lot of shit to weed through, right? Sure, there's a lot of people that can do cool things, but there's a lot of stuff that you have to weed through. Look at YouTube. When YouTube came out, you had to set up, you had to have a thing, you had to put money in to do it. Now anyone can do it. And there's a lot of stuff you have to sift through. It's weird. Here, what's this game? Another one for my...
Subject 106, let's talk about my unequivocal endorsement for the MK23 pistol. A reliable companion in your quest for unadulterated annihilation. Designed specifically for an offensive approach with match-grade accuracy to get the job done. The MK23 is an extremely powerful semi-automatic with unwavering efficiency. This finely crafted handgun will demonstrate imperious gumption as you rip through the anatomies of unfortunate
Horizon once the entry comes down, which Unreal Engine 5 is free, right?
Silencer for a covert
you don't have to pay for it unless you sell something.
Your opponents with a merciless execution that instantaneously sends them into the dark abyss. That's not good. Or feel free to dual wield for a more chaotic approach.
None of these games are distinct to me.
Cultivate your rage with the MK23.
Yep. None of these games are distinct to me. They all just kind of blend together. Oh, Sarge, I ordered the RAM. So the RAM will be here in like 4 to 8 business days. Basement dwellers making games, which I have no problem with, boss, right? Maybe some of those basement dwellers are really good, and all of a sudden they find out they have a knack for it, and they become fantastic games. My problem is that there's going to be a lot of stuff that to sift through, meaning the people that are good are going to have more problems trying to get their games seen because there's going to be so many games to be seen. Like, there's so many first-person shooter games that look like Call of Duty. Right? They're just coming out of the woodwork now. Or there's so many battle royale games that look like PUBG. Or there's so many of these survival games that just all look the same. You can look at a game and see who has passion and trying to become something, or who you're trying to make a quick buck. Sure. But for instance, think about when you scroll through like Netflix or any other streaming service, right? When you go to a theater, here's the best example. You go to the theater a lot. When you go to a movie theater, it's already been sifted out for you, right? It goes to the big theater, and you're like, oh, what's to watch? And you're like, oh, there's these movies in the theater, and these are supposed to be the best of the best. And this is why we're watching it in theaters, right? But when you watch on a streaming service, okay, everybody can make a movie or TV show now for pretty low cost, and they could throw it up on Netflix or throw it on Disney Plus or any other streaming service, and then you have a wall of just stuff to go through. And if you take just 10 seconds to look at the trailer to see if it's good or bad. By the time you find a film, you're 2 hours deep. You could have watched a feature film, right? Because you're like, I don't know if this is good. I don't know if this is good. Like, you're sifting through it because they're just throwing it on there. I like to make every day a non-business day, so likely won't ever get a delivery. Yes, they're still all the same, no passion. All just copy and paste stealing. Yeah, yeah. You know, and for every one game that you find that is good, there's gonna be 100 that are just eh. All right, chat. I wanna take a can I do a poll real fast in this? Let me see. I wanna do a poll if I can. I'll do a poll. Start a poll. All right. The question is, do you think GTA 6 shows up tomorrow at the PlayStation event? I say 100% no. I had a conversation last week in our Discord, and I gave a reason why I don't think it's going to show up. I voted yes. Think no, if that makes sense. So you're hedging your bet, Hilly, basically. You don't think it's going to happen, but there's a possibility that you think it is. Hey, Super Dave, I think they're ready. I think they're ready. I just don't think they need Sony to show off the first trailer, right? Now, if Rockstar wants to announce a different game, or if they are doing some exclusive thing, I just feel that we get a Rockstar trailer on its own before they announce something. You know what I mean? I just don't feel. I don't feel that. Well, it's not that I don't feel. I know that Rockstar doesn't need anybody to promote Grand Theft Auto 6. They could drop a tweet, right? And get more interaction, and then anything that Rockstar does, it would overshadow everything that PlayStation's doing then. You know what I mean? Like, PlayStation event is for PlayStation first party title games. And even if they sign a deal with them for exclusive things, it would overshadow everything. It would overshadow everything. I think it's at 1 p.m. tomorrow, Super Div. Exactly, Hilly. It would destroy the rest of the show. They could just do a teaser. It would still overshadow. It would still overshadow. Wouldn't that just really bring down? Like, they show a whole bunch of stuff, right? If you show Spider-Man 2 tomorrow and go in depth with it, and then all of a sudden they show Grand Theft Auto 6, everyone's talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. Easy, have them go on last? No, it would still overshadow the whole thing. No one would talk about anything that PlayStation showed except Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, but boss, it doesn't matter if all those titles are bangers. The public would only talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. It would blow up the internet. It would blow up the internet. Everyone on the internet would talk about GTA 6 at the Sony event, but they wouldn't talk about anything else at Sony. I can't imagine at a Sony event, okay, that they would bring out GTA 6 to overshadow everything else that's there. I think it would do more harm than good. It would all be worth it when they go exclusive for PlayStation 5. You're saying that the game itself, it'll only be for PlayStation 5. A timed exclusive or exclusive? I can see a timed exclusive for something. I can see a deal where they do like a Grand Theft Auto 6 online and they give a special thing for PlayStation. No way. No way. They do an exclusive, time exclusive for 1 year. No way. They literally are the most profitable piece of entertainment in the history of entertainment. There's no way they do an exclusive for just PlayStation and stop that money from coming in. No way. Hilly says if they have 12-month exclusive, it would still do a second show with just GTA 6, and the news cycle only has Goldfish Brain. Yeah, exactly. They would have to pay so much money for that. And maybe it would be worth it, right? Maybe it would be worth it. But it's like, I don't know. I laugh because lots of new box consumers would buy a PlayStation 5 for GTA 6. But does that make them a Xbox, a new box consumer? You see what I'm saying, boss? Like, think about the stupidity that just came out of your mouth. That means they're gamers. That means they're 100% gamers. If it came out where it was exclusive for PlayStation 5, they're like, oh, well then I'm going to go to PlayStation. PlayStation's winning. What does that have to do with anything? See, I love the stupidity that sometimes you do, and I love you, but you're so stupid when it comes to PlayStation 5 that your whole basis of everything is off Sony. You literally brought it in here, and we're talking about Rockstar showing up at the event tomorrow. We're not making it about Microsoft or Xbox, but apparently you do. Sony doesn't have Microsoft money to pay for GTA exclusively. Well, they in the past, it used to be exclusive just for PlayStation, right? Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas was only on PlayStation. Grand Theft Auto didn't come to Xbox until I think 2000, correct me if I'm wrong, 13, 14, right? All the ones before, okay. No, it was Grand Theft Auto 4 came in at what, 8? Was that on Xbox then? GTA 4 was 360. What year is that though? It didn't come right off. It didn't come right at launch though. I'm pretty sure it didn't come at launch. 2008, Xbox 360. It took a long time before it came out. Yeah, April 29th, 2008. So it was on 2008 for them. But before that, San Andreas, Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto 3 were exclusive for PlayStation. Right? But since that time, Rockstar and Grand Theft Auto has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, right? It's the biggest piece of entertainment. It's the biggest piece of entertainment in the world. Not just video game, piece of entertainment in the world. The average person's bought 3 copies of Grand Theft Auto. It's got like 150 million. Got like 150 million. Let's see. GTA 5 copies sold. 155 million? 180 million. As of May of this year, Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold over 180 million units worldwide. It's averaging... Holy shit. Came out 10 years ago. It's averaging more copies of the game. It's averaging more copies of the game. 180 million. 180 million. It's selling 18 million copies a year. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. There's games that have been in development for 8 years that come out and they don't sell that much in a year in their lifetime. They're averaging 18 million copies a year. And that is the reason I don't think they're showing up tomorrow. Because they don't need... Now, for instance, I said this to Krebsy on Discord the other day. If yesterday or today, all of a sudden, Grand Theft Auto dropped a trailer, okay, dropped a trailer, then I would 100%... Oh, hold on one second. My wife's calling me. If they drop the trailer before the event tomorrow, then I could see plausibility that they would have a deal or show something at the event tomorrow. But because they, up to right now, as of 12:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they haven't shown a Grand Theft Auto trailer yet, there's no way it shows up at the PlayStation event tomorrow. In the history of Grand Theft Auto, they've never shown anything at any summer event. Ever. I can see them showing something this year at the Keeley Fest, at Summer Game Fest, as I call it Keeley Fest. Okay? But it doesn't align with anybody. It just shows the trailer. They showed it in February and then talk about it at E3 in the past. They've shown it in November and October and September, but they've never, ever shown it at a E3, Summer Game Fest, or anything like that. So, let me see what you guys... I'm going to end the poll. 83% of you... 83% of you say no. 16% out of 12 votes. I just don't see it happening. I will be shocked that if they showed it. Not if PlayStation has an exclusive. I would be shocked if they showed it at the PlayStation event tomorrow. All right. We watched a lot of trailers this morning. And not one of them I was excited about. Not one. I have never agreed more than I currently do with you, Mike. Have you ever agreed with me, Hilly? I don't know. I'm asking. I have a lot of takes. All right, it's 12:15. Time for me to go eat lunch. Go get ready to pick up my son. I'll be back tonight. Not sure what we're gonna play tonight. We might play some more Starship Troopers tonight. We might play some more Starship Troopers Extermination. I want to try to unlock some more guns and unlock a couple things in that game. There's not much to unlock. Well, there is, but there isn't. Just little guns here and there. See what's better. I just unlocked the sniper rifle gun, or a rifle, I should say, not the sniper rifle. A rifle gun for the medic class, or I think that's already the standard gun. I'm not even sure. But I played it the other day. It's actually pretty powerful. So we might play that tonight. I appreciate all of you coming out, hanging out with us, and watching the trailers this morning, being part of the conversation. Thanks for taking the poll. If you like this, please make sure you hit that like button. If you've already hit the like button, you want to go above and beyond that, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to go above and beyond that, you can become a member as little as $5. We have streams Monday through Thursday from 10 o'clock in the morning to about noon Eastern, and then we also do from 8 p.m. to about 11 p.m. midnight. All depends on what we play. So appreciate it very much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.